There's a lot on those ballots today. Voters' voices are heard today. Americans heading to the polls, and they are casting ballots in these midterm elections. And we will be watching really hundreds of races tonight, and ultimately that balance of power in Congress and in the state legislature as well.
So joining us right now to look at the impact of these midterm elections, U of M political science professor Kathryn Pearson. This is the first of many times that we'll be talking with you throughout the evening. So thank you for joining us as always.
My pleasure.
And with midterm elections, you know, oftentimes you could see one party maybe sweep a bunch of races. Do you think that's likely or unlikely in Minnesota?
Well, most legislative congressional districts lean heavily toward one party or the other. So the outcome is really not very suspenseful. But to the extent that there are competitive races in swing districts that could go either way, in midterm elections, especially in big partisan tied elections, they do tend to all go in one direction. And so in this particular cycle, Democrats are disadvantaged because, of course, President Biden is a Democrat and he has pretty low approval ratings right now. Same dynamic existed, but for the opposite party in 2018 when President Trump wasn't very popular, and Democrats did well in the swing districts. So it's really the swing districts that's where we're watching, and it is more likely than not that most of them will go in one direction.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake with Congress, and a lot of people are feeling like, oh, I'm so glad it's over today. But we feel like it may not be over for a day or two or maybe more.
That's right, because in these really competitive races, they may be still counting ballots because they're just so close. And that's normal. People should not be worried about that. But it is frustrating when the balance of power, whether it's at the state legislature, the U.S. House, or the U.S. Senate, is at stake.
Voter turnout traditionally very high in Minnesota. And
That's right.
Are we feeling like voter turnout might be typical, or do we know yet?
Well, we don't know, but in midterm elections compared to presidential, it's usually about 20 points or so lower. Minnesota led the country in a midterm election in 2018 with about 50% turnout of eligible voters. We led the country in the presidential election 2 years ago much higher. But so that's really what we're looking to see. You know, will we hit that 50% mark, which for a midterm election was the high water mark in 2018, and I think we don't know. Partisans on both sides are clearly motivated to vote. But if you look at polls, independents aren't that enthusiastic about this election.
Interesting.
We have this race, Congressional District 2, right,
right.
that everybody is watching.
Right.
Angie Craig, Tyler Kistner, Paula Overby, of course, sort of the wild card there, this woman who passed away from the Legal Marijuana Now party just last month. How will her death, do you think, play into tonight?
Right. Well, people could still cast their ballot for her as sort of an expression of support for legalizing marijuana. You know, some suggest that that may take more votes away from Craig than for Kistner. We don't know. You know, surveys can't really tell us that, but we do know that this is one of the most competitive races in the entire country. It's the most expensive House race in Minnesota to date, and that's because it's one of those seats that Republicans are looking to pick up and Democrats are looking to hang on to because, of course, Republicans only need to pick up 5 House seats to gain majority party control, and this is a target.
Yeah, a lot of money spent in that district this time around. All right, Kathryn, we'll talk to you again in the next hour and throughout the evening.
Great. Thank you.
Glad you're here.